rotor resistance starting, rotor resistance is starting, okay, is starting. That is this method only applicable, that this method only for slip ring induction motor or wound rotor induction motor, that is wound rotor induction motor, and that is slip ring induction motor. Okay, now this one is a stator, this one is stator, like this one. Okay, rotor resistance is starting means some external resistance in adding in each phase in rotor. Okay, with the help of this one is a three phase supply and rated voltage, rated frequency in stator, that is a stator, and this one is a rotor three phase, that is rotor, like this one, and this one is a rotor. Okay, that is R20, and that is R20 initial resistance, like this one. Some external resistance adding rotor in each phase means that is like this one, that is R external, and this one is also R external, and this one is short circuit. After that, this one is short circuited, that is a rotor. Okay, supply frequency F and slip frequency SF. Okay, this one is also represent like okay, this one is initial resistance, like this one, and if external resistance is adding in each rotor phase, represent like simplified representation. This is also for rotor, and F2 this will be equal to SF. Okay, sometimes represent like this one. Okay, rotor like this one or like this, both are same thing, and that is R2 this will be equal to R20 plus R external. After external resistance adding like this one in each rotor phase, then what about R2? R2 this will be equal to R20 plus R external. Okay, now so you can say that additional resistance is connected in each rotor phase, okay, then what about R2 finally R20 plus R external. Clear? So this one is, you can say that rotor resistance per phase, that is per phase. Okay, first of all make it, after that we have discussed. If external resistance adding in each rotor phase, some external resistance like this one adding in each rotor phase, what is the effect of electromagnetic torque, starting torque, slip, maximum torque, and whatever. Okay, step by step. First of all make. Now electromagnetic torque 3 divided by omega s v square into r2 dash by s divided by r1 plus r2 dash by s plus x square. And what about x? Actually x is equal to x1 plus x2 dash. Okay, now what about current I2 dash this equal to v divided by under root of R1 plus R2 dash by S to the whole square plus x square. Clear? Now, what about maximum slip? Maximum slip Sm this equal to, that is R2 dash divided by under root of R1 square plus x square. What about T max? T max this equal to V square 3 upon omega s whole divided by 2 into bracket under root R1 square plus x square. Clear? If stator impedance are neglected means R1 x1 is equal to 0. Then what about T max? First of all, what about T max? That is 3 divided by omega s into V square into 2 times into x2 dash. And what about slip? Maximum slip is equal to, it is also written as, that is R2 dash by x2 dash, or you can say that R2 by x2. Clear? Now, what about current? I2 dash, this is equal to V divided by R2 dash by S to the whole square plus x2 dash to the whole square. Clear? So, of under root like this one. Okay. And what about starting torque? T starting means S this equal to 1. Starting torque is equal to V square that is, you can say the 3 divided by omega s into V square divided by V square into R2 dash divided by R2 dash to the whole square plus x2 dash to the whole square. Clear? Represent like this one. Now, make the graph. Okay. First of all, this one. Now, T max is this one is independent of R2 dash. So external resistance is added in rotor. Then what about T max? Always constant. You can say that is constant with respect to R external. So beta 2, that is T max. This one is electromagnetic torque, that is NR. Okay. That is NR. This one is NS. Okay. If external resistance is not added, means this one is corresponding to, this graph corresponding to R2 0. That is R2 0 dash. You can say that if external resistance is not adding in the rotor resistance, in rotor per phase, then what about electromagnetic torque, relation between electromagnetic torque and speed, like this one. Clear? What about maximum slip? That is SM0. Clear? If any doubt, then written as, that is 3 divided by V square into R2 0 dash divided by, that is R2 dash 0 divided by S to the whole square plus x2 dash to the whole square. Then plotting like this one. And what about SM0? SM0 is, it is written as R2 0 dash divided by x2 dash. Okay. Or you can say that R2 0 by x2. Clear? Then starting torque, that is TSM0. If external resistance is adding, okay, external resistance is adding in rotor. Then what about slip? I know that maximum slip, it is depend upon R2 dash by X2 dash, or you can say that R2 by X2. Okay, R2 dash, it is written as R20 dash plus R external. If R external is increases, then R2 dash is also increases. So it means this one, if this one is increases, whatever slip also increases. So SM1 is greater than SM0. SM0 corresponding to R20 dash divided by X2 dash. And if external resistance adding in rotor resistance, then rotor resistance corresponding to R2 dash. And what about R2 dash, relation between slip, and if rotor resistance is adding, then what about slip, corresponding SM1. If rotor resistance is not adding, then what about slip, that is SM0 not. So relation between SM1 and SM0, SM1 is greater than SM0. Clear? This is SM0. I know that there is slip and that is speed NR. If plotting as slip here 0 and maximum 1, you know that slip R increases. And what about rotary speed? Increment of rotary speed like this one, and increment of slip like this one. Okay, so SM0 like this one. What about SM1? SM1 is greater than SM0, so SM1 like this one. If you want to represent SM1, that is this one. Okay, so after external resistance adding, then what about speed, torque speed characteristic, like this one. Okay, clear? This graph R21 dash. Oh, okay, this one is written as R21. If rotor resistance, that is like this one, after external resistance adding, then what about rotor resistance, R21. Then what about slip, as maximum slip like this one, then starting torque, that is TS1. Okay, clear? Maximum torque always constant. Why? Because of it is depend upon X2, not depend upon R2. R2 does not depend upon rotor resistance, that's why constant in both cases. Now again R22 dash, that is greater than R21. Then what about SM2 is greater than SM1? Again external resistance adding. Then what about graph? If you want plot the graph like this one, that is SM2 okay, that is TS, is T starting like this one. Okay, that is SM2, SM0, SM1, SM2. Now once again, in a special case, if external resistance adding again, that is like this one, it is greater than, and SM3 is greater than SM2. Suppose that SM1 corresponding to 1. Okay, like this one. Okay, that is T starting 3. Clear? In this case, R2 dash T3 this equal to X2 dash. Clear? Then SM this equal to 1. Starting torque, maximum starting torque, that is like this one, represent here. Okay, in this region you can say that R23 dash is greater than R21 dash is greater than R20. Clear? If and what about slip? You can say that is SM3. SM3 is greater than SM2 is greater than SM1 is greater than SM0. Okay? Clear? A relation between slip like this one. And what about external resistance? After external resistance adding, in rotor resistance R external, then what about rotor resistance? Like this one. The relation between rotor resistance like this one and slip, maximum slip corresponding to this one. Okay. Now another way. What about R2 and X2? Relation between R2 dash into X2 dash. Slip less than 1, you can say that it means in this region X2 dash is greater than R2 dash. In this region you can say that X2 dash greater than R2 dash, so SM less than 1. In this region, that's why it is called motoring region. Clear? Make it. In this region, what about starting torque? R increases. Okay. And what about starting current? I know that I2 ST this is equal to V divided by under root R2 dash to the whole square plus X2 dash. Okay. If R2 resistance R increases, what about starting torque? Decreases. Means you can say that R2 dash increases. What about starting current? That is decreases. And what about slip? SM, it is also increases. Because of slip depend upon R2 dash divided by X2 dash, and this one is increases. What about SM? Is also increases. And what about starting torque? Is also increases. Clear? That is called motoring region. You can say that is motoring region. Clear? That is motoring region. Or you can say that, if any doubt, here make R2 dash increases. What about IST dash is increased? What about what about maximum slip? Also increases. And what about starting torque? Is also increased. That is motoring region. Okay. In this region, you can say that R2 dash is less than X2 dash, SM is less than 1. Then this condition is fulfilled. Okay. Now another way, if slip is greater than 1, means if external resistance are adding, then what about effect of additional resistance? This is constant, so if external resistance is adding, then again adding, then make like this one. This graph, that is R22 dash, and that is R23 dash, and it is written as R24 dash. Okay. Then what about slip? Corresponding to this one, that is SM4. Okay. So you can say that R24 dash is greater than R23 dash. Okay. And what about SM4 is greater than SM3? When again external resistance adding, then what about graph? That is like this one. Okay. And this one is R25 dash corresponding to I25 dash, that is SM5, and it is greater than R25 dash, so that is SM5. Clear? In this region, this region is called braking region because slip is greater than 1, SM is greater than 1. And what about relation between R2 dash and X2 dash? R2 dash and X2 dash, that is X2 dash no, R2 dash is greater than X2 dash in this region, that is R2 dash is greater than X2 dash. And what about slip is greater than 1? This region is called braking region, that is braking region. Clear? This region called braking region. Okay. Now, in this region, if you can say that R2 resistance is increases, what about R2 dash increases? What about starting current? Again increases. Starting current also increases. What about slip? Also increases. What about starting torque? 0 SS, and that is, this one is T4 ST4 and that is ST5. Starting torque decreases. Clear? Starting torque decreases. Okay, in this region, when R2 dash is greater than X2 dash, and what about slip? Slip is greater than 1. This region called braking region, that is braking region. Okay. Now again, clear? Means you never say if rotor resistance are increases linearly, then always starting torque, this one, if this one increases, this one also increases, this one also increases. But what is starting torque? Here increases, here decreases. Okay, corresponding to graph we have plot theoretically, we got theoretically, we have also this value got numerically. Okay, how? T starting with respect to R2 dash, it is written as dr2 dash v square into R2 dash divided by R2 dash to the whole square plus X2 dash to the whole square. Clear? By omega s. Now this will be equal to v square upon, that is 3 times omega s. Now differentiation of R2 dash with respect to R2 dash, that is 1, and that is R2 dash to the whole square plus X2 dash to the whole square minus of R2 dash into differentiation of this one, that is 2 times of R2 dash divided by R2 dash to the whole square plus X2 to the whole square. Clear? Now it is clear that T is starting divided by with respect to R2 dash, it is written as 3v square upon omega s into R2 dash to the whole square minus X2 dash to the whole square minus R2 dash to the whole square divided by R2 dash to the whole square plus. Okay, clear? If it is clear, if X2 dash is greater than R2 dash, if X2 dash is greater than R2 dash, if X2 dash is greater than R2 dash, then what about T starting divided by dr2 dash, that is positive it means that is increasing function, means you can say that R2 dash increases, then what about starting torque also increases. It is clear. It is also shown in the graph. This is with the help we prove with the help of mathematics, and you can also plot like this one, this one, this one, this one increases. Okay, x2 dash is greater in this region, x2 dash is greater than R2 dash. Now another, if R2 dash is greater than x2 dash, then starting torque with respect to R2 dash, that is negative. It means if R2 dash increases, what about starting torque decreases. Clear? Also so like this one. Clear? Now finally you get, if R2 dash if external resistance is added in rotor resistance in each rotor phase, then what about starting torque increases in motoring region, and what about starting current starting current decreases. Okay, silly mistake here. Starting current decreases. Now you know that we have already discussed some mistake here. This one is starting current decreases if R2 is increases. Clear? Now in both cases you can say that if R2 dash increases, what about starting current? R decreases. Our motto, starting current always decreases. But what about starting torque? In motoring region R increases, but in braking region R decreases. So most suitable corresponding to this one. Clear? So you can say that if you want to three-phase induction motor is starting, you can say that if you how to start with the help of external resistance, you can say that also this method are used. If if external resistance are adding in rotor, okay, in each rotor phase, then starting torque increases and starting current decreases. Now after pickup, because if rotor resistance are connected after that, then I square or loss are increases. That's why if pick up the speed, if rotor pick up the speed, then R2 dash is removed. R2 dash it will be removed from rotor resistance. R external resistance are removed from rotor resistance. Clear? So right now the additional resistance R external is added in each rotor phase. The starting torque increases in motoring region, and the starting current decreases. The resistance is removed as motor pick up the speed. Motor pick up the speed. Okay, otherwise I square or losses are continuous. So what about efficiency? Efficiency are poor. Okay, now make it. After that we have discussed speed control. Okay, now next topic is speed control. Speed control of induction motor. Induction motor, clear? First one, rotor resistance speed control. First one, rotor resistance speed control. Speed control. Okay. Now, same it is. If rotor resistance speed control, if external resistance are adding, okay, if external resistance are adding in the rotor per phase, that is R20 and R external like this one, R20, R external like this one. What about graph like this one? Okay, that is load torque TL. And what about speed? Corresponding to N0, that is N1, that is N2, that is N3, and that is N4. Clear? Wide range of speed control. If external resistance are added, so you can say that written as if rotor resistance connected during running condition, also, then we got wide range of speed control, that is wide range of speed control. Clear? Speed control. Clear? Wide range of speed control like this one. If external resistance added, not removing after motor pick up the speed, then we got wide range of the speed control like this one, this one, we got. Okay. Now suppose that a particular speed corresponding to N1, what about resistance like this one? Clear? Now you know that major disadvantage of this method is if this one is connected after motor is starting, then I square R continuous corresponding to this loss, that is I square R external R continuous. Then what about efficiency are poor? So you can say that the major disadvantage of this method is that the slip power due to, you can say that power due to slip current, that is slip power, is wasted. That is, what about efficiency? Efficiency is poor. Okay, clear? That is slip current, that's why it is called slip power. So corresponding to slip current power, that is called slip power. Okay. Now this loss is continuous because a particular speed, suppose that N1, what about resistance? That is R22 dash. R22 dash, this will equal to, actually that is R21 dash plus R external. So you can say that losses due to R external. Okay. Or you can say that like this one, and that is R20. Okay, like this one. So losses corresponding to this one is continuous. Okay, so power efficiency of system is poor. So if you want to efficiency are improve, then if this wasted power transfer to the supply, if wasted power transfer to the supply with the help of power recovery scheme in power electronics device, through power electronics devices, then efficiency are is improve. So it is written as this slip power return to supply with the help of slip power recovery scheme, slip power recovery scheme. Okay, through in power electronics device. Clear? Then what about efficiency? Efficiency are improve. How can achieve it? We have discussed in power electronics. Okay, make it. So you can say that rotor resistance, if added in rotor resistance, then it is very helpful for starting torque, for starting. Okay, resistance, if external resistance are adding in rotor resistance per phase, then starting torque high, starting current is low. Okay, in motoring region. Clear? And after that, if you want to rotor resistance is not removing, then speed control also possible. Measure wide range of speed control. If resistance are increases, then what about speed control is measure speed control are possible. But one disadvantage, that is I square R, slip power, that is corresponding to slip current into resistance, external resistance, that is slip power. Slip power, you can say that this loss, due to this loss efficiency are poor. Then if you want to efficiency are improve, then this power transfer to the supply. Then what about efficiency are improved with the help of slip power recovery scheme in power electronics devices. Okay, through power electronics devices. I have already discussed what about power recovery scheme, or you can say that how can we achieve this method in power electronics. Okay, so make it. After this, that we have discussed speed control of V by F controller. Okay, make it another method. After that, this method, this is the first method. After that, very useful method of V by F controller.